So, welcome to Poly Role Models. Thank you for taking the time to speak your truth here. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Uh, I am Keira Harbison of the National Coalition for Sexual Freedom.
Awesome, awesome. All right. So let's get started. How long have you been polyamorous or been practicing polyamory?
I've been officially polyamorous for just over 2 years, and I've been non-monogamous for a little over 7 years.
Okay. What is your what does your relationship dynamic look like?
I have two serious partners. I have a husband and a girlfriend, and then I kind of free float in and out based on situations and where I am and what's going on.
Yeah, sounds like me. What aspect of polyamory do you excel at?
Um, my metamor says compersion. I like that she says that. It makes me feel good. But I think when I think of compersion, I think of like real serious joy, and what it really is that I'm good at is being inclusive and effective at encouraging my partners to be with their other partners.
Fair. What aspects of polyamory do you struggle with?
I have serious FOMO. I am constantly afraid that I'm missing out on something, and it's generally silly because usually I'm afraid of missing out on something that I don't actually care about. We'll be sitting on a Saturday morning, I'll be at my computer, my husband will be at his computer, and his girlfriend will be sitting there, and they'll be having a conversation about a video game, and I don't play it, I don't care, but I still feel like I'm missing out often. And then the other thing is I tend to make unfair comparisons. I tend to compare myself to my partner's partners, and it's not good for anyone.
Yeah. How do you address and or overcome these struggles?
I think most of it involves going through a lot of the exercises and things I learn through going to therapy. I have an app that I use often, so if I start having these feelings that I know logically make no sense, I will go through my little handy-dandy app and go through exercises to kind of settle myself down. And then I'm always honest about what it is that I'm feeling. So even if I know logically that it's not reasonable, if I'm feeling it, I will tell the person, and I will either ask for help dealing with it, or I will deal with it on my own.
Okay. What was the name of that app?
It's called Pacifica, Pacifica.
Okay.
They have a free version and a $3 a month version. I've been using it for a couple of years, and it's really been very helpful.
Awesome. Now, in terms of risk-aware or safer sex, what do you and your partners do to protect one another?
I generally use barriers with especially new partners. We get checked regularly, whether it be between each new partner or every couple months or so. I always tell my partners when I have a new partner, and I'm always honest about what's going on and things like that. But, yeah.
What is the worst mistake you've ever made in your polyamorous history, and how did you rebound from that?
The worst mistake I've ever made was a specific person that I chose to get involved with. I let new relationship energy really just like overflow, and it ended up this person was throwing out red flags all over the place, and I was just ignoring them. And this is the only person I've ever been with that my husband didn't like. And I said, I really like him. It doesn't matter. So whatever. And it caused issues with my husband. And then it essentially, I got so involved with this person that everything else kind of fell by the wayside. And it was a bad situation to be in because it hurt my other relationships, but it was also a bad situation because it turned out that essentially everything he told me was a lie, and it was just a huge mess, and it was not pleasant. And then it took time to get over it. I didn't do anything really special. I just, I talked to my partners, I talked to my therapist, and I just let time take its course.
Yeah, I understand. All right. And the optional. What self-identities are important to you, and how do you feel like being polyamorous intersects with those identities?
Identities. So, firstly, I'm a female. I am queer. I am married. Those three, being polyamorous is constantly intersecting with them. Being a female, it means that I'm dating, and dealing with dating tends to have its own special, lovely issues in and of itself. It means that I'm finding new partners. I'm teaching new people about polyamory regularly because I live in an area where polyamory is all but unheard of. It gives me the opportunity to explore my queer identity by letting me have a girlfriend while I'm also married to a man. And then I think the last thing that the last identity that I want to touch on is dependent personality disorder. It's essentially, polyamory allows me to not overtake my partner and it allows me to have this personality disorder without hurting my partner by being overwhelming, if that makes sense. It allows me to recognize that I don't need to be afraid of losing my partner and being alone, because I know that I have this huge support network, and I'm always going to have someone there.
Fair. Do you have any groups, projects, websites, blogs, etc. that you are involved with that you'd like to promote?
National Coalition for Sexual Freedom. I am the volunteer director and the secretary of NCSF, and we are a national advocacy organization for kink, poly, swinger, any kind of consensual adult activities, lifestyle, sexual interests. We are here to be a resource and a support network for any group or individual in need of really any kind of help within the community based on their own personal needs, whether it be job discrimination. Right now we're dealing with a lot of child custody issues. Anything where your sexual and relationship identities are being discriminated against or are affected by something, we are there to help you. The one that I personally like to tell people about is the Kink Aware Professionals list, which is a list of therapists, doctors, lawyers. We We have real estate agents, and these are all people that you know, that we know that you can go to and be sure that they're not going to discriminate against you based on your lifestyle, essentially.
Yeah. That's a really valuable list. I believe I linked to it. I believe I linked to it in the FAQ for the blog.
Well, I appreciate that.
And last but not least, do you want to introduce your two pups there?
I totally want to introduce my two pups. Come here, Bill. Come here. Maybe. This is Belle.
Hey, Belle.
Come here, Belle. Jarvis is afraid of everything. Come here, baby. Nope. And this is Jarvis. He is very unhappy that I'm holding him.
Yes. And this is Sunday.
Sunday looks unamused.
Yeah, Sunday's never impressed by anything I do.
Well, that's what cats are there for.
Pretty much.
That's why I have dogs, because dogs are always impressed by everything you do.
We here on Poly Role Models, we do not take neither a pro or anti-dog or cat stance. But
okay.
Again, thank you so much for taking the time, Keira, and yeah, very much appreciated. Have a good day.
You too.
All right.